spot on.
That makes a change. Oh, hello, everyone. Hope you're all well.
Greetings and salutations.
I'm getting there. I'm not 100% fit. I'm about 75%, but enough to be able to do this.
Well,
I could
you're
have
not
done it
like
last
us.
week. I've been talking to a few people in the know, and they have reckoned I may have had COVID. Not as
Yeah. Diseased.
I'm diseased, yeah. That's the second time, if it's true.
Evening Pulsar.
Good
And
evening,
evening
folks.
Zeb.
Evening, Zeb. So, yeah, I don't know, but 2 or 3 people have said my symptoms, and I said it sounds like one of the strains of COVID. So, yeah, interesting. But I'm getting there. So, good evening, good afternoon, Mick. So, it's been in the last fortnight, lots have happened on views and such things. So, so the last 7 days, it's been a little bit more normal. We've had 5,267 views, which is pretty good. And 16 new subscribers. But what have you been watching? So at number 3 last week, in the last 7 days, is Are You Experienced? The Jimi Hendrix Experience, Perfect Side. And as you all know, I reviewed the UK version of the album, and 79 people enjoyed it. Last week's sophomore battle? Yes, and Genesis, 217. But the top one, and it always is top when we do one, and that's the songs that should have been singles with Richard, 235. And the most watched short last week with 619 views is Jean-Michel Jarre, In Your Living Room, Oxygen Part 6. It won't be the first time we mention that tonight.
I wonder why. Oh.
So in the last 28 days, it went mad. 37,549 views in the last 28 days. And a whopping 193 subscribers.
Yes. So if you're watching, hello, welcome.
Hello. Yeah, so what have you been watching? Well, at number 3, we've got the Bob Marley ranking at 252. The Doors at 274. But the number one thing you've watched in the last month with 417 is the album review of Equals One, Deep Purple. And what a fantastic album it is.
A lot of people, a lot of other pundits have sort of agreed with what you were saying.
I think most of us that do these sort of things are all giving it a huge thumbs up.
Yeah. Evening, Jason.
Yes, I'm tickety boo. I'm not firing on all cylinders, but we're there. So the top short, which is also the biggest, it's the most viewed short on the channel. It's the Jean-Michel Jarre, In Your Living Room, coming in at a massive 14,000. Yes, I did say 14,628 views. So thank you very much for them people have watched it. So now what in the big picture, what does it mean for the whole channel views? Well, it's whopped up to 415,447 views.
That's you through the 400,000 and off towards 5.
I know. And now with them surge, we have now got 1,949 subscribers. Yes, it was a bit of a wow moment. As taken from The Great Escape when they're making the moonshine. Whoa! Yes. So what's been watching? Well, apart from 14,000 of you wanting to watch Jean-Michel Jarre, at number 4, and he's caught up with Jethro Tull, Derek Riggs, 4,145. So Jethro Tull is now 4,153. Yes,
that
number
is
2.
Surprising.
Yes, number 2 is Slade still with 4,962, and Status Quo now 9,157. That's still the most watched long video. It's not long,
but I'm surprised Derek Riggs making a comeback.
I know, he can't keep him at bay for long, can you?
Yeah.
So, what have I been listening to? I haven't
A lot.
quite a lot. John Anderson, I've now done 14 of the 16. Pearl Jam, I've done 11 of the 12. And Deerhoof, I've done 15 of the 18. We've added to the list of work in progress Mr. Ian Hunter, Mountain, Five Finger Death Punch, Bebop Deluxe, and Argent. But I have finished Utopia, Tom Petty solo, Mudcrutch, and again, who's Mudcrutch? It's a little.
Will be explained.
All we'll explain is to do with Tom Petty. We've done Mott the Hoople and Mop, so that's why Ian Hunter is now in the work in progress. So before we go on the Hatches, Matches, Dispatches, I've got a little announcement to make.
Drum roll, please.
Well, as you know, I haven't.
Pulsar's got it right.
Yes. Well, sort of early Tom Petty. We'll find out. Anyway, getting distracted now.
Sorry.
As you know, I haven't been on. My health's not been very good. I seem to be catching everything. So after a discussion with various people, that I know I'm going to take a week off in September. The first week of September, there's going to be no album rankings, no sophomore battles, no perfect sides. There'll be nothing like that. But what I have done, I have put together some little shorts that I've already done that I'll put up that week. The shorts will go up because that's easy peasy, but I'm doing no listening, no nothing until after. Probably start listening again in September when I'm having a relaxing time. But I'm taking a week off because I need to recharge the batteries, I think.
Yes.
Yes. And,
good.
Yes. So I'll have a week off.
And as I put on the schedule, first week of September, bugger all, I'm having a week off.
Ranking will make you blind.
Yes. So, shall we tell them what happened the last couple of weeks? Okay. So, the week that Iain took off, we didn't give you the results. We had Deep Purple, the Book of Taliesin, up against Status Quo's Spare Part. And it was a whopping victory for Deep Purple. 30 votes to 3. 10-1.
That's a big.
It is. It is. But then, as you quite rightly said, Spare Part was not, by any imagination, the best album out of those two.
No, it wasn't. It was one of them albums. It was not pop. It wasn't Mark Kelly's. It was in the middle. What are we doing now?
Exactly. And then last week, all right, we didn't have a live poll, but we did have the community poll. Yes, Time and a Word versus Genesis Trespass. And are you all a bunch of lemmings? I mean, 5 votes to 21 in favour of Genesis. Iain has won again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8 weeks in a row. There are very few disagreements. Very few disagreements.
Yeah.
So
Today may be
week,
different.
well, this is it. I mean, at the moment, it's 4-2 in your favour. That's in the community. I haven't looked at the live stream. I'm gonna keep that for a bit. But anyway,
I think it's time for some matches and
Trespass is super underrated. Yes, it is.
Yes, at the moment, Black's is Paranoid, 71% in the poll.
Oh, right. Cole album is just okay. Talisman's anthem is top 10. Yeah. Okay, so hatches, matches, and dispatches. Because we missed last week, we have 22 notable deaths in music since our last live stream. But we also have notable birthdays. There's 22 plus 1, and the plus 1 is last week's granddad of the week, and we've got a couple of marriages. So starting off with the sad stuff, dispatches. Now, unfortunately, on the 26th of last month, there was a plane crash and 7 people were killed. They were Jason Clark, an American gospel singer, Kelly Nealon Clark, an American gospel singer, Amber Nealon Thompson, Amber's husband, Nathan Kistler. The group were called the Nealons. Their assistant, Melody Hodges, was on board. The pilot, Larry Haney, and his wife, Melissa, all died in the one crash. 7 of them passed, which is rather unfortunate. The only surviving member of the group is the other daughter, and she was already at the venue, having gone ahead, so she wasn't on board. Otherwise, the whole group may have passed if they'd all been flying together. Anyway, also on the 26th, SD Leica, an American deconstructed club producer and DJ, his death was announced. And Thomas Venlo, a Czech black metal bassist with the group Master's Hammer, passed. The 27th saw the departure of Pat Collier. He was an English punk rock bassist with the Vibrators. He was also a record producer. DJ Polo, an American hip-hop DJ with Juice Crew, and he was a record producer. And Missia, a Portuguese fado singer. 28th saw Chino XL, an American rapper. Martin Phillips, a New Zealand indie pop singer-songwriter and guitarist with The Chills. His death was announced. And unfortunately, Mick Underwood, English rock drummer with Quatermass, Straps, and better known to the rest of us with Gillan. 31st, DJ Randall, British jungle and drum and bass DJ, and Arthur Miles, an American R&B and jazz singer. They departed. August 1st saw Jürgen Arend, German pipe organ builder. It's an unusual profession. You don't think about it. The number of churches who have handcrafted pipe organs. It's a rare speciality. He passed. Anyway, Nicu Kovaci, a Romanian rock singer-songwriter and guitarist with the group Transylvania Phoenix. And on the 3rd, we had 3 more. Sean Martin, American fusion and gospel multi-instrumentalist with the group Snarky Puppy. Antonio Meneses, Brazilian classical cellist, and Floen Fromdayen, a Thai Luk Thung singer. So those are our dispatches. Birthdays. As I said, we missed last week. So last week's granddad, at the ripe old age of 93, was excuse me, Rambling Jack Elliott. He was born Elliott Adnopos, American Grammy Award-winning folk singer-songwriter and guitarist. So belatedly, happy birthday to him. This week, we're starting at the age of 43. Bradley McIntosh, British pop singer-songwriter with S Club. Remember them? He's still going. 44 is Mike Hindert, American rock bassist with The Bravery. 45 is Sam Topman, English New Zealand heavy metal guitarist with Dragon Force. 47 is Marsha Ambrosius, who's also known as the Songstress. I don't know who called her that. She's a British R&B singer-songwriter with the duo Floetry, and she's also a poet. 48 is Joshua J.C. Chases, or Chases, American pop singer, best known for being in NSYNC. He also used to be in the Mickey Mouse Club.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, along with quite a few other American pop stars. Also 48 is Drew Lakey, or Latchy, or whatever way you want to say it, American pop singer with the group 98 Degrees. 50 today, and this caught Iain by surprise, Brian Harvey, a British pop singer with East 17. 51, Scott Stapp, the American rock singer and lyricist with Creed. 52 today is Matthew Stigliano. Don't recognise the name? Yeah, you might recognise him by the name Lupus Thunder. He's an American rock guitarist with Bloodhound Gang. He was with them from 1994 to 2008. 63 today is Daniel House, American bass player, and he's a music label owner. Also 63, Ricky Rocket. He was born Richard Ream. He's the American drummer with Poison. And famously, David Howell Evans. You know that name. He's a British rock guitarist with U2. We all know him as The Edge. So happy birthday to The Edge. 68 today is Chris Foreman, British pop star guitarist with Madness. And David Beresford Grant, MBE, an English singer, comedian, and vocal coach. He does a lot of coaching for The Voice and those sort of shows. 69 today is Ali Score, British new wave pop drummer. He used to be in Flock of Seagulls from 1979 to 1986. 74 today is Willie Hall. Now, Willie was an American drummer. He drummed for Isaac Hayes, and he was also part of the Blues Brothers band. Also 74 is Liberatori, or Liberty DeVito, American rock drummer, and he drummed for Billy Joel from 1976 to 2006. 75 today is Aaron Love, American soul singer with the Stylistics. 80 today is Hans van Eyck, a Dutch rock guitarist with the group Jumping Jewels and record producer. 82 is Jay David. You should remember that name. He's an American drummer and arranger. He's worked with Brenda Lee, but more famously, he worked with Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show from 1968 to 73. 85 today is Philip E. Baisley, an American country singer. He's part of the Statler Brothers. And Granny, Grandma, whatever you want to call her, 86-year-old Connie Stevens. She was born Concetta Ingoglia, American actress and singer. So happy birthday to all of those. We have 2 marriages on this day. Only one is music related, so I'll do that one first. 2009, American pop opera Il Divo singer David Miller married American soprano and theater actress Sarah Joy Cabanook in New York. But back in 1867, an engineer by the name of George Westinghouse married Marguerite Erskine Walker in Brooklyn, in New York. Now, you might have heard the name Westinghouse. He was an American entrepreneur and engineer based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He created the railway air brake, but he was also the pioneer for the use of alternating current in the electric power distribution network. So there's a little bit of history and whatnot. So that's your hatches, matches, and dispatches. Tonight's talking point, or showing point, whatever way you want to put it, is colours. Albums, singles, something, be it a song or the album title, that has a colour in the title. So, can't have coloured discs. we did that last week. So, coloured disc, maximum of 10, any format, be it CD, cassette, LP, picture disc, whatever. And by picture disc, I mean the laser discs. Remember those, the Philips laser discs? So anyway, colours. That's your hatches, matches, dispatches. Close that. Good evening, Mike.
I'm going to put this up now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm chasing down stuff that was going on. Liz Anthony. Give me 2 ticks while I just have a quick look.
Well, so you do that. I'll do this. So it's time for what's on the next week. So let's get rid of the banner because Jason's got it right. So we'll get rid of that. So what's on next week? So we're going to start on Monday. And we're going to have a little bit of heavy metal. Well, heavy melodic metal. What would you call Praying Mantis? But that's who we're doing, including the new album. Which has been very, very good. Perfect side next week. Going back to when I was young and fit and healthy, we got a bit of Bon Jovi and the Breakthrough album, Slippery When Wet, when everyone had more hair than what we have now. So we'll be looking at that. Moving on to Tuesday, we're up to part 4 of the Peter Hamill story. And we'll be looking at the albums that he made during the 2000s. And once again, he was very consistent in that period. Got an absolute delight of a retro ranking next week. One of my favourite blues players, singers, the absolutely legend that is John Lee Hooker. Absolutely brilliant songs. Tough one for me because I like it, practically everything he's done. Okay, Wednesday, we've got a marathon part 2-parter. We are going to look at the Robin Trower Band, and we're going to look at ranking the albums from 27 up to 14. Tough one this was, 27 good albums. Took a little thing. So yeah, it looks like Mike's the Olympic expert tonight. Yes, we got Robin. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, next Thursday, a super sophomore drome. 2 great punk bands, The Damned, Music for Pleasure, and Nobody's Hero, some Stiff Little Fingers. That's going to be a toughie, I can assure you. Pick a mix next week. We're going to go in the camera view, and it's the legendary Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii. Looking forward to that. Been watching that this week, having a lot of fun with that one. For our next Friday, triple header day. First up, we're going to do some live album ranking of the B-52s. 2 new albums. It's the original. Muck about, just do the original. And we got 2 new albums. First one is the new album from Bill Wyman, Drive My Car. And also a brand new album, another new album from the Mighty King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And this one's called Flight B741. I like the cover of that one. And then next Saturday, and just like me having a break, Richard and I are having a break. So this will be our last one for a month. We're gonna have a month off as well. And all I'm going to say, it's called Greater Than 8, and that's all I'm going to tell you. So that's what's coming up next week.
Well done. Yes, and I define. Do you want to put that? Let's put that one back up again, just for a second.
Yeah.
Anybody guess what the languages are on Ian's T-shirt and Richard's T-shirt?
Yeah, Mike's right. B-52s are perfect summer music.
Yeah.
It's been great having that. When I was listening to them live albums, it was really hot. The windows were open.
Yes. Spanners are rarer than hen's molars. Never mind hen's teeth.
Anyway.
Arabic? No. No, it's not Arabic, Jason.
Dave set this one, not me. So there's the link to come up and say hello.
Hey, what?
You set the language.
Oh, no. He was talking about what was on your T-shirts.
No, it's not Arabic.
Yeah.
Bit of a tragedy, one of them is.
Oh, that is an excellent pun clue. That's brilliant.
Yes.
That is. Oh, yes. That's the
Considering
sort of
I'm
clue
not
normally I
firing
would give.
Yeah, considering I'm not firing properly, I thought that was pretty witty.
Not too much, Jason.
I need lots of a drink.
All right. Oh, Richard's having problems. Device is not. There he is. Hello.
Good evening, Richard.
Hello. Well, how are you?
How are you? How's the toothache?
I was supposed to go to the dentist today, but it was cancelled because the dentist has a migraine of all things. So, no, it's not too bad, actually. I'm actually off tonight because I was a bit sicky this morning, and I thought, right, I'll take a night's holiday. So I thought I'd come up for a little while anyway.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you was watching earlier. People think I've had COVID.
You may well have had. Do you not hold any of those retest kits in the house?
I haven't got any, but it's a pointless now because I think I'm majority over it now.
Well, no point now, but it's just like a bad cold. I got COVID for the second time. Was it last year or around April? And it lasted 3 days, but I only felt miserable for the very first day, and was all right after it, but I was still testing positive.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was, when we recorded at the weekend, that was my best day for well over a week.
Yeah. Well, that wee video's not doing too bad, actually.
No, I thought that was a brilliant one, and I haven't given anything away about the last one. Like I said, we're going to we're taking a break because I've said that I'm taking a break. So
Yeah,
it's
I
all
haven't
part of
yet.
it, really. Have a nice break.
I'd be doing one more video. Well, not on my channel. It's taking a break, but I'll be doing one with James Griffiths in a couple of weeks' time. And after the one we'll have with you and the one we'll have with him, you know, God knows when I'll be back up again. But I thought I would call in here since I'm off, and I thought I would do this color thing as well.
I thought that might get you.
Well, I want to do it with a twist, but I have to wait
Ooh.
to come up because I want to make a little quiz out of it.
Oh, this could be fun. This could be fun.
It's all singles, by the way.
All singles.
All
I
singles.
can't mix you. Anyway, how are you getting on with your greater than 8?
Oh, they're all done. I just haven't put them in an order yet. I did them that afternoon, actually, because I'm not making videos of nothing else to do. So they're all done. And you will be, I think there'll definitely be at least 2 that will match on. And one you'll be surprised that I actually have.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to give too much away, but all I'll say that I've done something very similar. So I've not included anything that I've done before.
Good.
Oh,
No
right.
repetitions.
Oh, that's got him thinking, hasn't it?
Well, we've done that many videos. I can't remember what we've done before. No, I'm sticking with
It's
that.
so we're going to give it away what we're doing. So that's the thing.
Well, we shall see.
Yes. So apart from that, how's Ireland? Has it been wet, miserable?
It's not very nice today at all. It's actually this is the first day I've actually had the heating on since about May, because it was rather chilly up north near the very north coast.
I haven't had the heating on at all.
No.
In fact, whenever I went to my gym class on Monday, I was sweating buckets. I came back and threw everything into the washing machine. It was humming, absolutely humming.
Well, that's unusual because that wind didn't have howl off that coast.
I know. Normally, you get an east wind in Newcastle, and hey, it's put your woolly jumper on. But no, it was a warm wind and it was humid as well. So yeah.
Maybe it's just me, maybe a little bit of a bug, but I came home last night about 3 o'clock in the morning after work. I was freezing, absolutely freezing.
This is it. They were saying that that storm that's hit Florida, Hurricane Debbie, I think it is. Apparently, that is it's affecting our weather system. It's moved the jet stream a bit. It's caused a bump, so we're starting to get the cold winds again. We got the warm winds for about a week, and now we're going to get the cold wind again. So,
oh, lovely.
Well, if your home is heated by oil, get your oil in now because it's as cheap as it'll ever be.
Yes, I actually ordered 600 liters, and it wouldn't take 600 liters. I got a refund.
And I got mine topped up about 3 weeks ago, and it's only ever been on for heating the water. So
this is it. I haven't had the heating on since March. Evening, Jason.
Good evening.
Jason.
Yeah, for those of you who are wondering why they're talking about, in Ireland, they don't have mains, gas and everything. They have to have an oil.
No, we do. It's coming in. Newcastle now has mains gas.
Ooh.
Yeah. It costs a bloody fortune to get it, but
behind the times much.
This is it. I mean, the heating oil is cheaper than the gas at the moment. Will you review the new Smashing Pumpkins LP?
Oh yeah, I want to hear about that.
Yeah, I am, but I don't. I might do it when I come back off me holes.
Yeah.
Give me
I'm interested because was it James Iha's back at long last?
Is he?
Yeah, and he was to me, it was the best thing about the band.
Oh,
I
that's
think it's
interesting.
the original line. I think it's the original lineup, apart from Darcy.
Oh, well, there we go. Looking forward to that.
Because Siamese Dream is brilliant.
4 really strong, 2 to 3 duff, the rest are good.
Yeah, I should do something because I haven't. I'm going to be ranking Smashing Pumps soon. So
yeah, definitely look out for that one then.
Yes.
Oh, Zeb, Anthony Phillips has been added to the laundry list.
There you go.
We haven't decided how many we're actually doing, because there's some with Genesis and then there's an awful lot on his solo, but the discography is mixed.
Yeah.
So we'll have to go through it and cherry pick what we want.
Yes, I've been cherry picking an artist today for a story. All I'll say is that his surname begins with Z.
That's giving it away.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what's the matter with my camera. Is that better?
Is Vampire Weekend on your list?
It is. It is. I've got to give that a listen because I've already listened to their other albums, so that'll come up between now and Christmas.
But as a
they've been
ranking
done.
the 5 albums.
Yeah, I'm going to rank the whole lot, including the new one.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
So, when's the new one coming out?
No, the new one was out a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
right, in that case, yeah, it's 5 albums. It's been done.
Anyway,
yeah.
Good evening, Mike.
Hello.
Hello, Spanner.
I'm Mike. Called him a spanner. That's not very nice.
No, he's been given a spanner.
Yeah. You and me, Jason, we do all the hard work, and this is the thanks we get, yeah.
Yes.
Bonk. Bonk. There we go.
Anyway, I'm going to kick off today while my voice is still strong.
Fair play.
We'll start coughing. So I'm going to start off with a single. I don't know if you can see it because it's the light. It's not really good light.
It's got a yellow label, orange label.
All I can say
that light is bright.
Yeah, it's the Moody Blues.
There you go. The camera's adjusting.
Moody Blues and Nights in White Satin.
You've done 2 in 1 there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my first then. Good song, of course. My next single is a Phil Lynott single.
All right.
Yellow Pearl.
Yeah.
Or for most of us, Top of the Pops in the 80s.
Exactly.
Written by Midge Ure.
All right, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Written by Midge Ure. Okay, now we're going to move into the albums. I tried to do a different colour, but it wasn't working, so I've just gone for some tracks. So here we have a Status Quo. And the album Blue for You, which has also got a track on it called
Bonk. There we go.
Blue for You.
Blue for You. Okay.
Do. And it's, of course, the proper gatefold version. Now, that's Quo, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
no faces, hair.
Heads down, no nonsense boogie.
Yeah, that's what it was all about. Okay, my next one is a bit of Dave Edmunds. Repeat When Necessary and Black Lagoon, which is a terrific song. This has also got Kiss. What else is on here? Queen of Hearts is on here. Girls Talk. It's a great album from Dave. Pretty cool album. Okay, we've mentioned Midge Ure already because he had an album called Quartet. And there's a song on here, of course, called Visions in Blue.
Oh, yes.
This is a great album. It's also got Mine for Life, him on it as well. And this is what I purchased not so long ago because the other one got warped in a fire. I've still kept that for sentimental reasons. Okay, up next, a bit of Queen from Queen 2. Now, I could have had 2 tracks off this, of course. This is the fantastic gatefold cover. Great picture of the band. Because we could have had White Queen as it began, or the March of the Black Queen. I think Richard's having problems with his connection.
Oops.
Did you see the Dave Edmunds album I put, Black Lagoon?
I didn't see any. Everybody seems to be freezing on me apart from me, so I don't know if it's me that's causing the problem. Because you're all frozen now.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's strange.
No idea.
Let's have a look.
Which is weird, but I'm not freezing for some reason. Well, I was, but I turned the heat on.
Okay, up next, a bit of Marillion.
Of course.
Clutching up straws. Yeah, of course. And White Russian. Good track on there. There's one that's a bit different. How's about ZZ Top's first album?
Oh, yeah.
And there's a track on here called Brown Sugar.
Is it a cover?
No, it is their own version. It's written by Billy Gibbons. Nothing to do with the Rolling Stones.
It's funny you showing that because I had an email from Rare Vinyl, Japanese records, and that was one of the ones they highlighted.
Yeah, it's a good album. Very good album. Okay, a bit of Rainbow next.
Oh, yeah.
And the last track on the album, A Light in the Black. This, of course, is not the original because it's Rare's thing, but it has got. This is near as damn as an original because it's got the original picture in the middle. The best lineup of that band in my books. And my last one
Evening Art.
is to Peter Gabriel.
Ah.
And the first track, Red Rain. So there we are. 10 songs with bits and bobs with colours in.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I went first because I don't know. I don't have to do so much talking now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rich has disappeared again. Hope he comes back.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suspect his connection.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yes. Anyway, how was the heptathlon?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're the official.
Looking like it could be gold for Katarina Johnson-Thompson. So, you know, she's done her 2 worst events, which is the high jump. And she jumped her best jump for 5 years. And she got a really good personal best in the shot put.
Cool.
So I think that's it until tomorrow now. I think they've had 4 events and she's leading. So,
Yeah, that's it. That's it for.
Yeah, we're not doing too badly in this year's Olympics, are we? We're doing pretty good.
No,
Yeah.
yesterday I think we got our 1,000th ever medal in the Olympics.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Now, considering we're a small island, we do pretty well.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also been sort of shock exits. People that you expected to get gold medals haven't.
But yeah. Well, that's been for a lot of countries, hasn't it?
Yes and no. I mean, the biggest one of the lot for France was in the judo. Teddy Riner. He came back and has now won Olympic gold 3 times at his own weight and has won Olympic gold in the team event twice. and the team event came down to 3 apiece. So they spin the category, and Teddy's category came up, so he had to refight the Japanese guy, and it's a golden score. So first, whatever was Ari or whatever, first one wins automatically. And it took Teddy about 3 minutes, and then bang. And I mean, the Japanese guy that he threw he's around about 120 kilos. He tossed him like a bag of rice. Bang!
Wow.
So Teddy's up, the golden boy, the poster boy for the Olympics. He's done it again.
Yeah. Well, all you've got to do with judo is just get the right mood. The right move at the right time. I remember because I used to do judo when I was a kid. And yes, he relaxed and let me do it, but I managed to toss my instructor, and he was about 3 times the size of me.
This is it. It's getting him to move off balance and then taking advantage.
Yeah. Well,
it's beautiful to watch when it's done. When it's executed properly, it's a beautiful thing to behold.
I cannot remember what the name of the move is now because it's such a long time ago. The one where you place your foot in their stomach and throw them effectively over your head.
Tominagi.
Yeah, the fact I could do that to a bloke 3 times my size, it's like, how the hell did I manage that?
This is it. It's a question. It's like was it Aristotle? Give me a lever and I can move. I can stand and move the world. It's the same principle. You get him moving towards you, put your foot, that's the lever point, over he goes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, good stuff.
Evening Art. He's just got a copy of First Matching Bowl Order. All right.
Yeah.
So I was just answering something.
Yeah. One of those bands that was sort of overlooked, I think, back in the day. But
yes,
they're one of the really good Canterbury bands, and and any band associated with Robert Wyatt can't be bad, can they?
No, it isn't. It's just a legend.
This is it. I mean, the Canterbury scene. There's so much good stuff came out of that.
Yeah,
it's like someone said, which are the best bands, the American prog bands or the British? And I just went, well, it's the British because we invented it.
Yes, but there are others.
Yeah. Even Scott over in the prog corner agrees with that.
Yes, he does. Because that's how it was. I strive you're watching. It was just it was just a little bit. He put it up on his thing, and I go, of course we did because we invented it, and he gave me a royal thumbs up.
Even Zeb agrees. The British hands.
Yeah, we just. I mean, to me, prog's just so quintessentially British. And everything else is inferior, but that's me being me.
Well, I mean. You think back to that new band that you were recently promoting?
Sycophant. Yeah,
they can be a really class act. I hope they continue. There is. I agree with Zed. There are some. Here we go. Some good Norwegian, Swedish, Polish, Italian, American prog. But UK rules.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially Italian. There's lots of lovely
excellent.
symphonic prog.
Like Maxophone, that's a great album. That is.
Oh yeah, that is fantastic. I agree with you.
Yeah, so they're close, but you'll never beat the British. Anyway, does anyone else would like to show some albums with colours or singles with colours?
I think Jason would. Yeah.
Yeah,
you've got a possible vote from across the pond.
Right, yeah. I'm organised.
Mike for England job.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll wait for the phone call now.
Yeah.
Right, who's going next? Was it did you say you
Yes,
were going next? Jason?
Mike had just delegated Jason.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he was here first, yeah.
Okay.
I shall introduce Jason, and then I shall go and do some necessary housework because there's rain starting again. So I'll be away from the keyboard for a couple of minutes.
In other words, he doesn't want to see what I've got. Typical.
Yeah, any old excuse, Jason.
Yeah. Off you go, Jason.
Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, so yeah, a bit of a mixed bag today, all sorts. I'll just crack on. First one is Manson with Attack of the Grey Lantern. Great album. Yep, love that. Best tracks are his She Makes My Nose Bleed and Wide Open Space. Brilliant songs. And the rest of the album is pretty good as well. Next we have a bit of Moby. And the track on there is Natural Blues. And this is one that everybody knows. They used about 8 songs for adverts. I think it's about something like 7 singles off the album. Really, really good. I've not brought anything Moby in ages before this. So yeah, I was quite pleased with it. Really, really good. Then we have a bit from the lads from Bradford. It is Television, Regular Urban Survivors. I think I've shown this album before. And the song is Didn't Bleed Red. And it's quite possibly my favourite Television track. It's all about an alien invasion and how we react to them and all the rest of it. So that's a good one. Then we have Best of REM and the magnificent Orange Crush.
That's a good track.
Really good song. So, and that's a damn good best of actually. Don't know if you can see that there.
Yeah, it is. It's if you want just the hits, that's the one you go for, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, really, really good. And on a similar vein, 40 Licks by the Stones. And you mentioned Brown Sugar. That's the one I was going with on here. But of course, you got Paint It Black as well. So that's cool. There you are. Back cover there.
Excellent.
Not bad for a double CD, is it? 40 songs to listen to. I think there is one. I got a funny feeling that Honky Tonk Woman's not on here though, and I love that song, which is really weird. Let me go. I've shown this one before. Mother's Day Out, and We All Bleed Red, and that's well, is that Richard back? Welcome back, Richard. Yeah, We All Bleed Red, which is about really we're all the same. So yeah, good song. Then we have not a typical colour, but we have In Excess and Suicide Blonde.
Whoa, blonde.
And that is a great, I mean, it's not a typical colour that you'd have on your palette, but it is a colour.
Oh, it counts.
There you go. Great album.
Yeah, you can have that album.
And then the final CD, we have AC/DC, Back in Black.
Of course.
First one with Brian Johnson on it. After Bon Scott's untimely death. And then 2 records to show you. And we have the godfather of funk himself, or soul, I should say, Mr. James Brown. And this is so old, I actually got it in our price back in the day. And I'll just show you the tracks there. I don't know if you can see that. I really want to get some more James because he's brilliant.
On the KTEL label of
what label?
KTEL.
Oh yeah.
KTEL.
I didn't know.
Wow.
And then the very last one, right? I think I've probably shown this before as well, but I'll show it again. It's New Order and Blue Monday. This is the 1982 re-release, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool as well. So yeah, that, quick and simple, but that's my lot for the day.
Yeah, Dave's just put the thing. A blonde hair color counted by levels of whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
Well done. That's good picks there.
There you go. It's a
Thank you very much.
There we go.
There you go.
Anyway, are you all? Can you see us all? Are we all?
I can, but whenever I was watching Jason there, he was just completely frozen. So I may have to go. So do you want me to do my little quiz first?
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely got issues.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Right,
So
basically,
big.
I'm going to do singles now. I can do that now. The most common color for singles is blue. Not blues. Well, blues is very, very popular. But I'm just going to go with 10, maybe 11 singles with blue in the title. So they're all
blimey. Okay.
blue in the title. So I'm going to shout out the artist. And they're all hit singles. Some were very minor, but still they were all got the top 100, I think. So if I shout out the artist, somebody shout out what the song is and see if you're right or wrong.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, an easy one to start with, Blondie.
Oh, crikey.
Maybe.
Union City Blue.
Ah.
Correct.
Oh.
Union City.
Well done.
Yeah.
The second one is the Style Council, a little bit more difficult.
Oh, I should know this.
No idea.
No, because I'm not a Style Council fan.
Yeah,
Have you
they're a
ever
close
had-
book to me.
Okay. One for Iain will definitely get this. Mike Oldfield.
Blue Peter.
Blue Peter,
Yeah,
indeed.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Smokey.
Oh.
Oh God. We're not doing very well, are we?
I should know this, shouldn't I?
Sorry, mate. We're
really
ruining
know
this
this.
for you because
You give up?
I do. I'm
Yeah.
going to kick myself.
Something's been making me blue.
Oh, God.
right.
Right. This one, I hope you get. David Bowie.
Blue Jean.
Correct.
Cool.
Elton John.
I guess that's why they call it the blues.
No, that's blues. That's not blue.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Oh, crikey.
Marine Boy had them. If you remember Marine Boy.
Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes. Yeah. Madonna. Number one hit.
True Blue.
Correct.
I'm ashamed to know that as well.
Images. And there's two colors in the title. One of them is blue.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Who's the
Oh,
artist?
I know it. It's sorted images. Pinky blue.
Pinky blue.
Yeah.
A very easy one. Electric Light Orchestra.
Mr. Blues.
Yeah.
Correct, Mr. Blue Sky. Now this is a difficult one. Elvis Costello.
Oh. Well, he had an album called Blue, didn't he?
Almost
Yeah.
blue, my bad.
Yeah. That's what I was
No,
thinking.
don't know.
No, that's a tough
No, I
one.
can think of green and I can think of red, but
Blue
Blue
Chair.
blue chat.
Yeah,
What album's that from then?
that's from Blood and Chocolate. One
Ah,
of the albums. And Erasure.
Oh, Blue Savannah.
Blue Savannah. And the last one's not a question. I'm just going to show it because it is a blue cover, and it's got it's a blue cover, and it's June Birkin completely naked, completely blue. So
It's a shame we can't show that, but
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
Oh, well
Well,
done,
that, was,
Richard.
that was quite fun, Richard. We managed to get some.
I know.
Not
Good
bad.
stuff.
I think next time we should try it with a group of people who know a bit about singles.
Well, Iain did quite well. And Jason got a few.
Yeah.
But, no, I had a look today at some of the different colours, and I thought most of these are blue. And I thought, well, I do try and get 3 red, 3 white, and 3 blue for the Olympics for the UK or the Team GB, and went for all blue.
Yeah, I tried to go through a different colour, but I just found it difficult.
You see, I missed yours, Iain. You said Dave Edmonds. I take it you showed Singing the Blues.
No.
Blue Monday.
Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The Black Lagoon, sorry.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. That was written by Billy Bremner under the is it somebody Murray? Yeah. Under the pseudonym. So that's actually a rock pile song.
My favourite Dave Edmonds album, by the way.
That's a good one, so that's.
Yeah. Well, whenever I hear the name Billy Bremner, I always think football first.
I know. The Leeds United dog.
He's United in Scotland, yeah.
Yeah. Hard man.
Good wee player, though.
Yeah.
So he was.
Anyway, do you want to go, Mr. Spannerman? The Spanner.
Yeah, I will do, yeah.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh dear. I'm losing for once.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the results. I thought Black Sabbath would walk it, actually. Although Salisbury's a great album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right then. This is in 2 parts. First part, it's the Olympics, right? So, so the bronze medal goes to John Cooper Clarke, who est la maison de fromage. Yeah, whereas the House of Cheese. And the track on here is Bronze Adonis. It's about the only track I can think of that's got the word bronze in it. Yeah.
Nice one.
Right, now, in the silver medal position, just to confuse you, it's First Aid Kit, and this is their album, Stay Gold. But the first track on this album is My Silver Lining. There you go. This is a fantastic album, actually. And there they are. And so for gold medal, it's another confusing one because Jane Weaver, and the album is Silver Globe. And the track on here is called, if I can find it, it's called Steel and Gold. So there you go. So that's the Olympics theme. But you know, if it wasn't for John Cooper Clarke, I can't think of any other records, any other songs that have got the word bronze on the title. I bet Richard knows a few though. Right. Okay. Right. The next 7, and I chose the colours before I chose the songs. Hi, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Right, so see if you know where I'm going with this. So first off, it's Blondie and Plastic Letters, and one of my favourite tracks from them. It's less than 2 minutes, I believe, or maybe it just touches 2 minutes. But it's Contact in Red Square. So that's red for you. Right, and next, a band who don't know the difference between a trout and a carp. You know what I mean? Yeah. These guys. So there you go. So this is Safe as Milk. This is obviously Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band. And you see down at the bottom there's a track upside down, a track called Yellow Brick Road. Yeah. So we got red and yellow. And next off is Pink, and there's a really obvious one there from me, you know, the Canterbury scene and everything, but I thought I wouldn't go with Caravan. I go with the Bonsai Dog Band, and this is their album, the Donut in Granny's Greenhouse, and the track on here is called My Pink Half of the Drain Pipe.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I love that track. That's it's a brilliant title.
Yeah, it's really good, and you don't see it nowadays. But I think back in the day when sort of drain pipes used to be made out of cast iron rather than plastic, people used to paint their drain pipes, didn't they? But they paint it right down the middle. They'd only paint their half.
Yeah.
Weird.
God, yes.
But you don't see that anymore.
It's the next colour green then.
Sorry?
It's the next colour green.
Jason? It might be. It might be. This Australian singer, Courtney Barnett. Yeah, you know where we're going, don't you? Things Take Time by Courtney Barnett, and the track is Turning Green.
There we go. Yeah. So I've got your idea now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's also triggered something for
debut album from an American singer, Annie DeFranco. This is a self-titled album, and the track on here is called Pale Purple. And one that is quite obvious. The album is green, but the colour isn't green.
Oh,
the colour is
same thing.
Green. Yeah, Orange Crush.
Yeah.
This is one of my favourite REM albums. I really like their sort of earlier stuff. Yeah,
funny we both picked the same song.
Orange Crush. And then one more, a bit of prog, Japanese prog. Ikigaku Moyo. This is their album, Kamoyo Island. And there's a track on here called Dancing Blue. So, that's it. So you've got red and yellow and pink and
yellow and pink
green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow. Yeah, so there you go. That's me done.
All we need now is Bungo dancing across the window at the back.
Yeah. It's a shame though that song's actually factually accurate, isn't it? Though.
There you go. There's the colours of the rainbow.
There's the rainbow. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, you got there pretty quickly, Jason.
Yeah.
That's some good picks there. Very good.
Some excellent picks.
Especially the Japanese prog.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
Except, can I spoil my bronze moment?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Songs with bronze in the title.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Queens of Stone Age. Oh, I know that one.
Yeah, the bronze. I didn't think of that one.
Storms, Second Breakfast, Rains, Meditate.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these are playlists and whatnot, but there's 70 with bronze in the title.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Let's go.
Anyway, how are you, Michael?
I'm good. It's very hot in Japan. It's averaging in the 90s.
Oh, blimey.
Wow.
Boiling the bag rice, mate.
Yeah. Boiling the bag rice, yeah.
Oh.
That was very quick, wasn't it?
It was. He's on fire.
So what has in your collection that's got colours, Michael?
Okay. Well, first off, Lily White, Lilith. color, lily white.
Lily white.
Yep.
Not just white.
Lily white. Then the absence of color, but a color nonetheless, Black Magic Sam with Magic Sam's blues band, Black Magic. And Mike, you don't have too many blues records in your collection. If you see this in the bargain bin,
Yeah,
you'd like it.
I will do.
Like it.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't see them very often in the UK. Record fairs, they're quite in quite short supply. I think they must still be in Japan.
Maybe either they didn't buy them in the first place, or they got taken out. I'd be curious.
I don't know.
Yeah. You would think the blues would be really, really popular because of all the rock musicians who copied them, but maybe not. Orange juice.
Oh, yes.
That's a color.
Yes.
Yeah.
Silver Dolphins, great record. I forget the guy's name, the leader. His name is anybody? Edwin Collins, yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant record.
He actually produced a Terrorvision album.
Television, the New York band?
No, Terrorvision is the band from Bradford.
Ah.
Yeah. Their fourth album, I believe.
You are Mr. Factoid.
Not very often, but yeah.
and now a record that will really piss you off, I know, because I've heard your growls, but the song is Fancy Colors, and you said color in the title. You said colors, Fancy Colors.
Oh yes,
which is the first track on side 3. This is probably their most popular side. Fancy Colors, 25 or 64. Chicago. Okay, next up, formerly with the Byrds, and not evident on the cover, but the title of this record is White Light, Gene Clark. And this is a very kind of folksy, audiophile popular record, Gene Clark. And he wrote everything on this record. Oh, he has one cover, which is Tears of Rage by Richard Manuel and Bob Dylan. So he ran with those guys too. Gene Clark, really, really good record. The White Room, KLF.
Excellent.
White.
Yeah, excellent.
And music from Big Pink. Did anybody do this one yet?
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's an obvious one there.
Yeah, that's a good album.
One that's not so obvious and a little bit, eccentric, a little different for me is Red Garland. Groovy. Red is the color. Groovy is the title. Nice little jazz record, Red Garland. And this is on Prestige, Japanese pressing. The Blues Project. Blue is the color. Blues Project. The young guys here, photo taken in San Francisco probably. There's Al Cooper. Nice record. Not a great record. This wasn't really, didn't move any mountains, but...
I wonder if Mazzy took the picture.
Maybe he hung out with him. What song does it have? Oh, Wake Me, Shake Me. And if you do a search for Wake Me, Shake Me, there is a great clip of Blues Project performing the song at the Monterey Pop Festival in 66 or 67. Nice song, nice record. I Look for the Silver Lining, Alberta Hunter. Probably not very popular with the British people, but with the New Yorkers, quite popular because she was a singer in New York and performed at a lot of the clubs. And John Hammond rediscovered her. Nice record. And then Black and White by Todd Rundgren. Ian, whatever happened to your ranking of Todd Rundgren?
It's coming.
Did Black and White make it onto your turntable? Black and White?
It did, yes. It's
good. I would think it holds its own up against some of the music you listen to, Marillion and all that other stuff, Slade.
You see, I liked Utopia.
I know. That's where we differ. That's where we differ. And lastly, may I quote the ending of Supper's Ready, where Peter says, "Can't you feel our souls ignite, shedding ever-changing colors?" Supper's Ready, colors, Genesis. So, a little bit of a unique take. I wasn't as good as Mike with his extensive record collection of 20-somethings, whereas I'm stuck with music of the boomer generation.
No. Michael, I enjoyed that. Yeah.
But I tried. This time I tried.
Yay!
Colors.
Now, I think this may be a good time. As you know, when we do my last live stream before I take my break.
Yes, you were melting, Abram. You were melting.
Yeah, it's all public now. Everyone is aware that I'm going to have a little break.
Oh.
Yes. Well, I think how I was poorly last week. A lot of people think I've had COVID.
Huh.
Oh no.
Yeah. So when I take the break, the Thursday before we're taking the break, we're going to do the down the rabbit hole spin on that night because it gives us that because there'll be a 2-week break.
Yes.
For the next live.
Good idea, yeah.
Dave thought it would be a very good idea. So that's what's something coming up. So for those of us that are taking part, we're going to have some, although we're not going to be on the air for 2 weeks, you've got some homework to do.
Yeah. Yes,
sir. Like the good teacher does at holiday time, has to set some homework. You remember that?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Even in the 6 weeks holiday, we once had homework.
I know. I used to do one on the bus on the way to school.
Yeah. I think I did. I wrote one, but I had to do an essay. And I think I did it on the last Monday before I went back to school.
I'd do it in your lunch break.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah. We've all got to write an essay. What we did on our holidays.
Yes. Listen to someone put, I listened to records and did nothing else.
Yeah. Story of my life.
Yeah. So I think it's time. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay. It's
time to bring up something else now. So find out what Rocky wants us.
Commands. What he commands.
What Rocky commands.
Right.
If I can find it. It's that bit I want, isn't it? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, Pulsar has come up with some good colours.
Yes.
I want that one.
King Crimson Red, Tangerine Dream White Eagle, Velvet Underground White Light White Heat, CCR Green River, Nick Drake Pink Moon, Eno Another Green World. Nice picks, Pulsar.
Very nice picks.
Yeah, it's a good selection of albums.
Yeah, here's Rocky's Wheel of Fortune, and we've got on it today the opening gambit. Cheers, me dears. Blind Boys.
Oh, before you do that.
What?
Good evening, Nick.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Anyway, where was we? We've got up to chilling day, so we'll let it chilling out. We'll let it come round again. Compilation albums, corkers and clunkers, favourite covers, greatest hits, and instrumentals. So here we go.
Oh.
Cheers, my dears. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm interested in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Well, for those who don't know, sometimes when we're in the pub, we go, cheers, me dears. Okay. So it's songs that mention drinks, and it can be alcohol, it can be coffee, it can be tea, water, anything that we drink.
Lovely. Piss. Some of us drink piss.
Yeah.
That was really.
So yes,
That's
so
called for.
is anything to do songs titles that got drinking something to do with drinking?
Can it be a cover that has a bottle of drink on it?
Oh yeah. Call out the rules committee.
Yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
Michael bends the rules every week, Jason. So I think you're entitled.
Yes.
I know some of my stuff can be quite tenuous, so you know.
I think we'll allow it because you have
That's
something
right.
that is drink related.
I've got no idea.
Blood.
Yeah. Hi, Nick. Yeah, I see you're up to date with the soap operas, then.
Yeah. I try and come up with something new every week.
She's been dead years, hasn't she?
Yeah. I don't watch that crap.
No.
No.
So what have you been up to, Nick? Anything good?
I'm going away tomorrow for a few days.
Oh, you're very nice.
Yes. My youngest granddaughter is 1 tomorrow, and we're going away for a few days holiday.
Very nice.
Very important birthday.
Cool.
First birthday. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Lovely.
So where are you going?
It's only bloody, well, it's not Billing Aquadrome. No, we're only going in a car. We've got a caravan booked up at Mablethorpe.
All right.
I like Mablethorpe. There's a really nice park there with a little toy train that goes around it.
Is it? I know there's a couple of shops up there that sell records.
Yeah, there is a couple of.
That's a be a reason. Yeah.
A good record shop. It's not where there's like a. On the front, there's like a little shopping precinct, little square, and they. Last time I went up there was a really good record shop up there.
When I last went to Skegness, there was a record shop, but the owner was a right miserable bastard. So I didn't spend any money there. He wanted to charge me £4 for a Blondie 7-inch, £7 for a Blondie 7-inch single.
Barbarian.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Mark.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, I think somebody's already mentioned it. Union City Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard.
By the way, did you get the Style Council? Did Richard mention it?
Yeah.
Have you ever had it blue?
No, I can't remember that one.
No, I don't remember it at all. But
no.
I never got into the Style Council.
No, I didn't.
I didn't at first. I kind of mellowed out, and because it's Paul Weller, I started buying the records and that. But I draw the line at his solo stuff.
Evening, Andy.
Not into that at all.
Oh, hi, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always going to be the Jam.
Yeah.
And that's it, really.
Yeah. I think that's why I had a bit of a down on Style Council, because it was just so different, wasn't it? And I just thought, what's he playing at?
Yeah, I remember when I heard, the new single from the new band from Paul Weller, and you listened to it and you went, well, that's not the Jam.
But there were elements of the Style Council in some of the later Jam stuff. You can clearly hear it.
Right, yeah.
But no, when I heard he was splitting up the Jam or whatever you want to call it, I had my own little one-man protest. And I flatly refused to listen to anything by the Style Council. If they were on the radio, I would turn it off or over. if a Style Council video or song came on the telly, I would walk out the room or turn it over or off. But us men, we're weak-willed, really, aren't we? We're lily-livered, and I eventually caved in. But yeah, one thing, Ian.
Yeah.
Didn't Status Quo do a song called Red Sky?
They did.
I thought you might have mentioned that one.
It's not on my of my favourite Status Quo song.
No.
It's an
But
okay
does it have to
song.
be a favourite song to get mentioned?
If I was going to mention a Quo song with the colour in it, it was going to be Blue for You. So, I could have had Red Sky. I could have had Old Red Blues. I could have had a mess of blues. But
Well,
No, because blues isn't a colour.
no.
Oh, my
Blues is a
Moby
style.
one. Yeah, my Moby one didn't count then.
Yeah, you would have
Yeah,
been
I
disqualified.
thought Richard was really going to plumb the depths and show blue is the colour.
Yeah.
You know, the Chelsea football.
I should have got Lee's copy. It's showed that it's got blue is the colour.
I don't think anybody showed Blue Monday.
Yes, they did.
I did.
Did they? Oh, right.
Yeah, you was busy doing your
I was
housework.
busy closing. No, I was busy closing windows because it's
See, I
raining
told you
again.
should have listened to my list. I don't know.
Yeah.
I picked a few out myself.
You're right.
Oh, the evening.
Let's see what. Well, we know Cars is not going to be there.
Bloody hell. It's frightening.
Yeah.
A certain colour features quite a bit in this selection, actually. So, anyway, Blue Summer, Bad Manners.
Excellent.
This one's more reggae sort of than the more sort of jumping up and down, kicking your legs around type music you're perhaps used to from Bad Manners. Yeah. But not a bad tune. Not a bad tune. Now this one, Purple Haze.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not by Who You Think.
Oh.
This is Johnny Jones and the King Casuals. It's a Northern Soul dance tune.
All right. Is it the same? Is it the Hendrix song, or is it completely different?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's slightly reworked to fit the Northern Soul vibe. Well worth a listen.
Okay.
I could have shown Purple Haze. I've got that in the single as well behind me, but I'd come up to the number 10 mark, and I thought, oh no, I can't really keep going. But yeah, Purple Haze. Johnny Jones and the King Casuals, Northern Soul dance tune. Well worth a listen. Right. Bob and Marcia, Young, Gifted and Black.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got it on a Trojan comp. Yeah.
Yeah, I could have showed the album. But so I was going through this bin with all my skinhead reggae stuff in and that anyway, so I pulled it out. Young, Gifted and Black, Bob and Marcia. Band called Greyhound, Black and White.
Yeah.
Great reggae tune.
Yeah, is that the tune that made the charts? Or...
Yeah. And I
thought it was. Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, it did appear on Top of the Pops as well.
Yeah.
It's the one that goes, the ink is black, the page is white.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you hear it, if you hear it, you should remember it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Greyhound, Black and White. Los Bravos, Black is Black.
Oh, good track.
Another sort of soul dance type tune.
Yeah.
From 1966 on Decca.
How back as that? Blimey.
Let's move on to some albums. I could have picked Hawkwind, Silver Machine on 7-inch single. Side B, Silver Train.
Goat says Soup. Good album.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I bought this dirt cheap from a car boot sale. It was only a couple of quid. I couldn't believe it. And if I'm honest, I do like the Rolling Stones, but I didn't think I'd like this album. But for 2 quid, I thought, well, it's worth a punt. And I tell you what, it's a bloody good album by them.
Yeah.
A really good album. I'm glad I got it. So yeah, still side B, Silver Train. I'm surprised Mike didn't show this one.
Oh,
do you know
The
it?
Damned.
Yeah, the Damned, the Black Album.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the tune will be. Oh, you got me there, mate.
I can't recall there being a track on here with a colour. I really can't.
Yeah.
I
can't get one. I can't.
There is one called Wait for the Blackout.
Yeah.
But I don't think that really counts, does it?
No.
So anyway, I do love the Damned, the Black Album, and it's a proper copy and all because it's got the Damned in embossed writing on it.
Oh yeah. So that's an original.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
I've got to show this lady.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The album's called The Blue Meaning, but there is a track on here called Blue Meanings. So yeah, my bit of crumpet.
Do you know there's rumours that she's going on Strictly?
I've heard that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't be watching. I don't watch the BBC. I have fuck all to do with the BBC anyway.
Yeah.
I don't pay for TV license. But I've heard that rumour. But I don't know. You have to wait for the list of people coming out.
Anyone say they beat me up, because if anyone slapped her, she'd turn around and slap them back.
Exactly. Buzzbox, the second last album, Big Bang, and the track Pink Sunshine.
Thought it was, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good album, that is.
It's not bad, is it? They weren't a bad group. They learnt the instruments, and from the very, they learned as they went along. And
they were very different when they first started, weren't they?
Very sort of punky, fuzzy pop.
Yeah.
Something different, and they were picked up by the bigger label than the Vindaloo label they were originally on. Sort of touted heavily in America, but I don't think the American public were ready for them. Shame, really, because they weren't a bad band.
No.
Buzzbox, Pink Sunshine.
Yeah.
And again, I'm surprised Mike didn't show this.
Oh, black and white,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's black vinyl, but I've got the free white vinyl 7-inch single as well.
Cool.
Yeah. I've not got the single. I've only got the album.
Well, believe it or not, I actually found the single in a charity shop when I was thumbing through the rest of the crud. But you've got to look through the chaff to find the wheat, and I couldn't believe it. Honestly, couldn't believe it. They wanted £1 for it. All they wanted was £1 for it.
Pound.
They didn't know what it was. Just normally the record's about 20p each, but I think because it was coloured white, £1. Well, all I had was a £2 coin. Here, I keep the change. I weren't quibbling.
No, you knew what you'd got.
Yeah, I knew what I'd got. So yeah, black and white album.
That's a funny old album cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was the EP that went with that as well, isn't there? You know, Walk On By.
Yeah.
Similar cover.
But one of the figures has been doctored with, hasn't it? In the EP version, if I remember right, isn't it? It's like the head of a black lady or something like that on.
Yeah, I did. We'll say, yeah.
Cornwell's figure. That's Cornwell, isn't it? Bent over.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a picture of a record sleeve by them, black on an EP or 7-inch single. Where I'm sure there's the head of a black woman.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's all about.
I can find that EP.
Yes, for those at the moment, Mike is going through his singles bit.
Yeah, my plastic boxes. Yeah.
So that's it. That's what I picked out. I could have picked out a hell of a lot more.
Well done. You found it.
Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
With the extra head, yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
And then you got George Melly on the back.
George Melly, George Melly, man on telly.
Is that the jazz musician?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he does a song called Old Codger.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I think most of us can now.
Yeah, I can, especially this week. Well, we've shown some really good stuff again. You know, you guys come up with the goods. Nothing defeats you.
Yeah.
How's the score? How's the?
Hang on, I'm doing.
Oh, there we are.
Oh,
okay.
Black Sabbath are winning. 14-10 overall.
14-10.
Yeah. In the live stream, it's 11-4 to Black Sabbath, and in the community, it's 360 Uriah Heep. But then, I mean, we've always heard the Paranoid album. Well, you know, is there if you didn't hear that album ever again, would it upset you? Do you want to hear Paranoid, War Pigs, Iron Man ever again? No, I can't. It wouldn't bother me. See, I'd be first tracks like The Hand of Doom and Fairies Wear Boots, which don't get me enough. I think for me, because I didn't have any Black Sabbath albums, right, until I got that. And it was one of these ones that was the, what was it, £3 for £55 or whatever it was, an HMV. So, you know, that was the go-to Black Sabbath album for me because of the songs it had on it. So, I don't know really. There are other albums, a lot of other albums I prefer, but you know, as a go-to Black Sabbath album, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it was even I didn't even rank it number one when I ranked them. See, my favourite Black Sabbath album's Volume 4. I mean, to be fair, you guys are a lot more knowledgeable than I am about, you know, Black Sabbath, because it was, you know, I was around at the time the album came out, but I was very, very young.
and I got into other music before I got into metal, or rock or whatever. So it was like Led Zeppelin, really. I wasn't into them at the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't really be expected to be, can you? It's before your time a bit, isn't it?
Well, especially when your mum and dad are buying you things like the Smurfs and Disney albums and stuff, Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I was 11 and 12, my dad was buying ELO albums for me. So, and Swede.
Yeah.
And that's Status Quo. So I was all right.
Yeah. Well, I did sort of have that. But my dad didn't play a lot of his music because my mum that played the music, and it was all bloody Cliff and the Shadows. So
Yeah. The other day, about a couple of weeks ago, when I was on my way to Headingley to the rugby league, and I was waiting at the traffic lights, and there was this guy, and he had one of those big sort of motorbike, sort of tricycle sort of things.
Oh, yeah.
And there, and he was playing Living Thing at sort of like full volume, and the guy standing next to me at the traffic lights said, that's a crime against humanity, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I really don't think that ELO sort of like warned very well. I mean, I think at the time I like them, but there's something, they're very much of their time, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good, but
yeah.
I mean, I love ELO. I love, but
yeah,
you go and see him now. If you go and see Jeff Lynne now, he's still living back in that heyday. He hasn't moved on. I think.
Why is it you never hear the Diary of Horace Wimp on the radio? It's always Mr. Bloody Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Just what people like. And I think it's because it's been in so many movies. Probably.
But it's such a different, quirky song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Diary of Horace Wimp.
Yeah. You used to hear it more on radio too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I still think, my favourite ELO is 10538 Overture.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that single at the time. I'll still play it.
I like that instrumental they did. What was it? Daybreaker.
Yeah.
I'd have Thar in there.
I got a question. It's sort of linked, right? Obviously, Mr. Blue Sky uses that, computerized voice, right? Who was the first to use that? And I'll tell you why I'm asking. It's because I've been going through 1984 stuff. Obviously, you've got a lot of the breakdance tunes, and there's so many of those who are using that style. It's sort of almost to the point of a redundancy. So I just wondered who was the first to adopt it, if anybody knows.
I don't know. I mean, I think the sort of new technology in the 80s was sort of the ruin of a lot of music.
Yeah, I mean,
all this stuff came out, and everyone wanted to try it, and
yeah,
obviously, yeah. The vocoder was used. I mean, I know Joe Walsh used it on Rocky Mountain High, didn't he?
Yeah.
That bow. I mean, obviously, 1984, it was used on Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can't remember anything else around in the 70s that was using. That's all Mr. Blue Sky.
I'm wondering if that's what made me wonder whether that was the first one then, to do it that way.
No, I would imagine somebody's done it before.
Who was I'm probably going to kick myself, but I cannot for the life of me. Was it Pink Floyd that did the whole thing with the talking guitar? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Talking guitar. That's Sparky the talking piano.
No, there was one that maybe they played the guitar. I thought it was something like Pink Floyd, and they're playing the guitar, and it sounds like it's talking.
Oh, Peter Frampton.
Peter Frampton, wasn't there?
Peter Frampton, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. When you play the guitar back through a plastic tube that's in your mouth, so when you sing.
Yeah, that's what Joe Walsh did and Richie Sambora.
Yeah.
Or when you're having an enema.
But that wasn't computerized. That was analog.
That was all analog. Yeah, it was.
So what Jason's looking for is a demarcation point to computerize.
Yeah, no,
it's just music.
Yeah, it's just curious, as to when it sort of when it became a thing.
Right.
Thomas Dolby Dolby was a real proponent of using digital in the studio. I'd say he was coming early.
Yeah, and I suppose some of Herbie Hancock's stuff was
Boney M.
Boney M.
Yeah, Night Flight to Venus, 1978.
Ah, right. I'll have to listen to that one again. I think I know the tune, but I've not listened to it in.
I'll read you the quote. Europop masters Boney M opened their ambitious space theme 1978 opus Night Flight to Venus with thundering drums, Sun-Ra worthy space chants, and a robotic rocket operator chatting about the Venusian vistas just over the horizon.
Ah.
So check that one out.
Thank you, mate. Yeah. See, fountain of knowledge as always.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Boney M because a lot of it isn't what you think.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't. They weren't a proper band, were they?
No.
Wasn't it done by the same bloke that did Milli Vanilli?
I don't know, but they weren't.
Oh right. Hang on. Okay, 1939. Alvino Ray, an amateur radio operator, used a carbon throat microphone wired in such a way as to modulate his electric steel guitar sound. The mic originally developed for military pilot communications. So it's that thing you see in the movies where they've got the mic sort of on either side of the larynx. Novel sounding combination was called singing guitar. And then 1939 was the Sonovox. Instead of a throat microphone modulating a guitar sound, they used 4 transducers attached to the performer's throat to produce sounds that the mouth shapes.
Is that the thing you mean where people have had throat operations or something? They hold the thing up to the throat.
I think so.
It's sort of. The modern day equivalent would be, if you see a movie where you've got special ops, SEAL Team 6, whatever, operating, and you see them talking, but they've actually got something wrapped around their neck, and there's sort of a couple of little discs either side of the larynx. It picks up what you say, so you can literally talk with your mouth closed.
All right. Weird.
You're going back to sort of 1939, whenever it started.
Yeah.
Well, no, but like you get your guitars and you got the echo. Now, my dad, his first sort of echo thing, it was on a reel. I don't know if you remember, Mike, the reel to reel thing, and you plug that in, and that was give you your echo.
Yeah.
That's how it all started.
Yes.
I used to love messing around with reel to reel. I had one, and you had that little adapter, didn't you? And you could change the speed.
Yeah.
Including the speed that you recorded at as well.
Yes.
That was good fun.
Rick Parfitt told a lovely story, one of his interviews about getting an echo chamber. And he thought he was going to walk into this huge room, and it was that little, it was this little box there with a bit of reel to reel going round. He said, I was
the loop effect.
But that was being, I think Hank Marvin used it. When it come out, it was thing, and it's all done in a machine now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's got that, there's no pedals as such now, is it? It's just a flick of the switch on the thing, and they're playing it. it's like you can buy these little boxes that you can sound like the Red Special guitar now without having a Red Special.
Well, you don't even have to do that. You just filter it through the computer, and boom, there you go. It's done. You know, don't even have to have a box. You just put it through a PC.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of your bands now, they can create their sound like in the studio. I mean, even you listen to some of like the bands we like, when they did them live many years ago, it didn't sound the same in the studio. Like when I saw Pink Floyd perform Dark Side of the Moon in 1994, it was every sound was literally off the album Dark Side of the Moon. And they created it all on stage, all the sound effects. When the bed come down the arena, with all that, and it's incredible. But and I think I read a thing that Dave Gilmour said. He said it was nice to take the actual sounds that we used on the album and bring them to the stage.
Yeah.
He said we've never been able to do that completely. And he says, and it was just fantastic. I think I like with Roger Waters doing The Wall, he's been able to take all the sound effects. I mean, they did a bit of it on when they did it at Earl's Court, but not to the extent that Roger did on the last tour he did The Wall, because you could literally have in a little box all them sounds.
Yeah.
It sort of reminds me a little bit of, you saw the footage early BBC footage taken of radio, the radio shows that they did, the radio dramatisations, and they got like this box of bits that they used to make the sounds. So they got the old penny whistle and they got a box with a brick in it making crunching effects for footsteps or something daft.
Yeah, that was a skilled job.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, the sound effects man. Yeah, and on these old radio programs. Yeah,
very clever when you think about it.
Yeah, and they used to sit on stage with and make all the sounds with the cast. If someone was walking up a gravel path, there was someone actually stomping away in a little box with gravel.
That's right.
The doors.
You saying that has just reminded me, Michael Bentine's sketch.
Oh yeah.
Going in and arriving at the special effects studios, the sound of the car, everything being recorded. The guy who gave his life to get the sound of a building falling on top of somebody. It's an absolutely brilliant sketch. If you can find it, it's well worth listening to.
Michael Bentine,
I corpse every time I hear. Quite often they'll repeat it on Radio 4 Extra. You'll occasionally get Michael Bentine and some of his sketches. They're brilliant. It's all him. There's no other special effects. He does every sound. He's brilliant, or he was brilliant.
Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah.
Anyway, chaps, as I'm still not firing on all cylinders, I'm gonna call it a night, because it's no point me trying to struggle on when I'm still not on top form. So
that's fair enough, mate.
It's time to find an album to show.
Oh what should we pick? Hang on a minute. And I will pick an album too.
Three, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, thank you for everyone for watching. We'll be back next week. If I haven't, it all depends how I feel at the moment. Until I can get this out of my system, it's all by ear. But all being well, we'll be back next week. Thank you to Mike, Michael, Nick, Richard briefly when he's technical, and of course Jason for the comedy bits tonight. And thank you for Simon for monitoring in the background. He sits there and watches everything. He's doing a real good job. So thank you, Simon.
Cheers, Simon.
Thank you, Simon.
We'll see you all next week.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
People.
Bye.
Bye bye, everybody.